Hello everyone, I'm Noel.
I'm Green Giant.
And welcome to another album review. Today's subject is the new Arctic Monkeys album, AM.
Yes.
Geniusly stolen title from the Velvet Underground album, VU.
Oh well.
Let's just get straight on the title a minute. I'm going to be honest, I think this is a dumb title. I think it's cheap. They could have picked literally anything.
It doesn't mean anything, it's just a
No.
title.
But that doesn't reflect the whole album, the album as a whole actually.
Not anymore.
So let's talk a bit about the history of the Arctic Monkeys. When did you really start getting into this band?
Probably a few years ago, maybe 5 now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what period.
I remember I got into them. I distinctly remember I was doing a science, like a 5-day science course, which was the easiest thing I've ever done. And we had a lunch break, and my friend was listening to I think it might have been Teddy Picker.
Okay.
And he was listening to it, and I was hearing bits of it, and I was just like, "What the fuck is that?" And he went, "Oh, it's Arctic Monkeys." And I went, "I've never heard of them. I don't want to hear of them." And he just went, "No, have a listen." And I was really impressed. I really liked the lyricism. Was really impressed with how clever it was. And it's funny actually, but a lot of people don't like Favourite Worst Nightmare, which is obviously where Teddy Picker's from. But
yeah.
if that's your first Arctic Monkeys album, I was quite impressed with it. So
yeah, I'll probably say it's one of my favourites.
I'm on 5.
Well, whatever. That's still
It's definitely in my top 5.
Yeah, at first when you first hear of them, it's like, oh, it's just gonna be another indie band.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Unimaginative and everything.
They definitely aren't.
But it was a good time to get into them actually, because that was the same year that Suck It and See came out. So I just kind of was getting into them. It's like, oh, new album, getting that. I really liked it. So I've been kind of a good fan of theirs ever since. I enjoy their music a lot.
Yeah.
So do you want us to get straight into it?
I guess we can. Yeah.
Okay. Track 1 is Do I Want to Know. This is the first track that was shown.
Big single of the year.
Yeah, that I know. The kind of like
I've got it on vinyl.
Yeah, the first track everyone heard, everyone went bananas for it, and like, to be honest, when I first heard it, I wasn't that impressed. I just thought, oh, it sounds like Queens of the Stone Age.
It was a bit boring at first.
Yeah.
Oof, okay.
Apologise for the cough, by the way. But it's really grown on me a lot, and I like how stoner rock it sounds.
I kind of had that period for a while. I'm going a bit off it now.
Yeah.
There was a period where I really enjoyed it. But
actually, that's an interesting thing about the Arctic Monkeys. I just want to mention now. Their style of music is one that's never stayed the same. Like the first one was clearly indie rock. The second was more, I wouldn't say leaning towards heavy metal, maybe kind of like heavier riffs and heavier lyrical imagery.
Hard rock, you could maybe say. I don't know.
I think hard rock, Humbug's more psychedelic rock, and Suck It and See is definitely 1960s vintage pop kind of music.
Yeah.
I think this is definitely more. We'll hear this a bit more later in the album. R&B, dance floor kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's a massive influence from that, but they still do keep some of their old roots in a way.
The lyric, mostly from the way the lyrics are delivered, the rapid kind of delivery of it all.
Yeah,
and the accents. I like Do I Want to Know, and that's one thing I do like about the Arctic Monkeys is when I first heard this, this sounds like nothing they've done before, which I was quite apart from Are You Mine, but.
Yeah, but
that was just kind of a sign of things to come, really.
It's a great song to start the album with, I think, really. The slow kick drum beat it brings you into it, I guess,
nice,
in a way.
Nice, and actually something that's interesting, I literally just read before we started this, that isn't a drum kit. That's a sonically enhanced foot stomp and a clap. It's not a drum kit.
Well, it's being used as one.
That's what I mean, but I'm saying it's interesting that they thought that out a bit more.
Yeah, and just instead of using the standard sample of a kick, which
there's drum kit in the rest of the song. It's just that like the first 40 seconds it isn't.
Oh yeah, before I know what you mean. It does have a sort of a weird sound to it.
Yeah,
that explains that. Good.
Well, I enjoy it. Do I Want to Know? It's good. Like you said, it's a good opening track and pretty solid. It does. If you don't like it on a first listen, do give it some time to grow on you, like I did. That's what I would say.
Yeah, the whole album.
Now we've gone to the second track, which I've got to admit is a weird one. Are You Mine? I'm going to be honest, when I first heard this was on the album, I was quite, not pissed off, but I was just like, why? We've already heard this song. And my feelings haven't really changed from that, just because the song doesn't sound that much different from the original one. The only thing that I can tell is different is the backing harmonies, the backing vocals are a bit more beefed up in areas, and there's a little guitar line in the last chorus. That's it.
Yeah, but
It doesn't.
doesn't sound a lot different.
I like the song, but the song shouldn't have been on this album. It really, in my opinion, just shouldn't have been. Speaking of B-sides, I think "Stop the World, I Want to Get Up With You" would have fit in much better here instead of this song.
But not 2013.
No, don't.
While I was at the B-side, I brought a vinyl and it gave me this.
It's quite a bad song.
I was really depressed with that.
I do like "Are You Mine." I think it's a good guitar rock thing, especially coming from "Suck It and See," and that was the first thing they released after that.
Yeah.
It was quite a good hard sound for them. So
Yeah, I really do like that song.
I do like the lyrics as well. Some of them are like, although I was quite disappointed to hear that they took influence from Lil Wayne. If you're going to take any influence from the lyrics of someone, why would it be Lil Wayne? He can't fucking read.
What's happened?
Yeah, I like "Are You Mine," but in my opinion, it just shouldn't have been on here. I just don't think
It's a bit of a weird choice, but
It's a bit of a weird placement as well.
yeah. Well, where else would it go though on the album?
Well, I could see it being maybe after 3. Just go from hard, then go from that, do a 1 note to 1 for the way, maybe back to "Are You Mine" again. Maybe. It's just what I would do.
I don't know.
That explains why I'm not a famous musician. Track number 3 is "One for the Road." It's a weird song. I think this is where you really start to see the hip hop more influences.
Yeah. So that's kind of across there.
I think the vocals are really strong on this one, especially the backing vocals from Matt Hells and Nick O'Malley. I like the guitar lines. The lyrics again are pretty good. I think there's nothing really stand out about this track, but it's just a good solid track. Is what I would think about it.
Yeah, it's not filler, but it's not ground.
But it's killer. Yeah, well,
yeah.
What should I say about it? I think a problem with this is one problem I have with this album is that you're kind of shown in this track. This sounds a lot like a lot of the other tracks on the album because a lot of them all have that same kind of sound. It's hard to differentiate. So, like when I first ever heard this on my second listen, I thought this song was Knee Socks just because it was just they sound too similar to one another.
Yeah, trying to remember the titles, like, oh, where do I go back to?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It's nothing stops it because the sound is a good sound, but maybe too good. No, maybe it's just not. It's too similar to the whole set because the album has that. The whole album has that same kind of sound. Like a lot of the uniqueness gets lost in it.
Yeah,
a lot of the charm as well wears off as well. I like "One for the Road." I think it's a good solid track.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to move on to Arabella?
Okay.
Arabella's got a lot of criticism from people, from what I've seen, for I think kind of a silly reason. Basically, because everyone says they stole the riff from War Pigs from Black Sabbath.
I find it really hard to get that. I've listened to both, and this just doesn't come across to me.
Well, it's
really
like you just said, it doesn't come across. Someone told me that, and when I listened first into it, I never thought, oh, Black Sabbath. I just thought, oh, I'm sure I've heard that riff before. I just didn't think, oh, outrage, they've stolen from somebody. I don't care. It's just
there's only so many riffs, chords, you can't moan about
and it fits in the song, so I'm not going to...
It's a completely different style.
Yeah.
As well, so...
But another complaint that someone said about it is just that the way the riff is played, it has absolutely no passion or feeling put into it. It's like, well, that's not real. What's that got to do with it being... It's just a different interpretation of the riff. It doesn't really matter if it's played with the same passion or feeling.
Deep blues is not going to get Elvis across.
Look like someone's crying over the guitar.
Yeah.
My tears are the chords. No, I think, to be honest, I like this track, but it's I'm honestly going to say it's one of the weaker ones for me. I don't go back and find myself listening to it.
Same here. I've only maybe listened to it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, probably. I think only twice. Maybe 3 or 4 times, actually.
No, that's maybe one of my run-throughs where I just go through the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think it's that... I don't think it's that great, but it's not that bad.
I'd probably skip over it if I was in the shuffle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good... Yeah, I would.
In the shuffle situation, I'll go straight past it.
In the shuffle situation.
It's an important thing.
Okay, yeah, do you think it's an okay track, just not that great?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Well, we're blazing through these tracks. We're about halfway through. No, we're not.
We're getting there.
Okay, number 5 is I Want It All, not to be confused with the awesome Queen song. Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I hate this track. I fucking hate this track.
I've forgotten about it until you just said it.
Yeah. The riff is one of the most uninspired, boring riffs I've ever heard from them. It's so boring.
Mm.
And if people like this song, I can understand why, because it's got a good chorus to it, but I don't like it. I just thought, when I first heard it, again, like you said, in a shuffle situation, I'd skip past it.
Yeah.
But in an album situation, I'll still skip past it. I just don't enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you agree?
Yeah, I'd definitely go with that. It's not one I go back to. It's just there.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. It's quite, to be honest, the title is quite distracting because I keep thinking of the Awesome Queen song. Because I desperately want to.
Why am I not listening to this instead?
Okay, that's that. Now we move on to the next track, number 1 party anthem, which is very Lennon-esque, but I'm gonna be honest, it's a bit of a snooze fest.
It's getting there.
I really feel bad saying that because I can tell that loads of effort was put into it. So
yeah, it's a really nice song, but
it's a nice change from the guitar rock which we've heard in the album so far.
Yeah, there's a bit of a slow sort of phase for the next 3 songs or something, isn't there?
And I think vocally, this is actually probably it's Alex Turner's best performance on this album vocally, and I also think it's one of maybe his best ever. I'd say that.
Okay.
But it's just the song isn't that interesting to me personally. I just find it boring. It's the 3 Arabella, I Want It All, and number 1 party anthem are boring. I'm not even going to fucking lie about that. Just that whole period of the album is just not that interesting. It tries new areas, like Arabella is definitely R&B inspired. Once I did that with my hands. I Want It All is different, and number 1 party anthem is again a piano ballad, which sounds like it could fit in Suck It and See, to be honest.
Not here.
No, but yeah, I don't feel it here. Is that what you want to say, right?
Nothing really.
Thanks for contributing to that, by the way.
It's that much. Is that interesting? There's nothing even to say about it.
So now we move on to track number 7, Mad Sounds. This actually has, because allegedly Matt Helder broke his hand when they were recording. It's Pete Thomas, drummer for Elvis Costello, Jake Bugg, pretty much everybody ever.
Yeah.
Guests on this track doing the percussion and the drums, and you can tell there's a different style to the way the drums is. Feels a little bit more subdued, although it could just be that the track is very subdued.
I think that probably is part of it, actually, the whole sort of sound of it.
Yeah, I do like Mad Sounds. When I first heard it, I hated it just because I thought the beginning was tedious and boring and just sounds like I just thought it sounded like a really cheesy 90s ballad, like November Rain or something like that.
Oh god, yeah.
But no, again, the song, like Do I Want to Know, the song has grown on me. Not exponentially, like Do I Want to Know, but I enjoy the track. I wouldn't skip it. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I do like the lyrics, Mad Sounds. Well, the song, just the time when I heard the title Mad Sounds, I was like, oh, really? What?
Yeah, it's definitely much more.
Actually, this is the second song that was premiered by the band as well.
Was it?
Yeah, second one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a live version of it that was released.
Yeah, it's much more interesting. So.
Again, it's explore something new because they don't really. While they do ballads, they don't do them that often. There's probably only one on each album, probably. There's not one on the first one. There's no ballads on that. I wouldn't call When the Sun Goes Down or A Certain Romance any of them ballads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's only one on Worst Nightmare. There's one on Humbug and there's like one on this. And there's like 7 or 8 on Suck It and See. So yes, it's nice to see them kind of re-explore that balladry, even though sometimes it hasn't worked that well for them in the past. And then the next song is Fireside. Now, in the first 5 seconds of me hearing Fireside, I immediately went, "That's the last Shadow Puppets. My mistakes were made for you," because it is. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But again, after listening to it, the song did grow on me a bit because it's got those de-whoop, I want to call them, backing vocals to it in the background. It's very much like a 60s pop song. I enjoy this track, but this is where the album starts to increase again in quality.
I don't know. I haven't really listened to that track a lot. I've never really got into it, I don't think.
It's never compelled you to listen to it.
I don't know. I don't know why. Just
I can see it's quite middle of the road and quite boring, but again, I like it because it sounds like the Kinks. Because it sounds like the Kinks to me. But I think this is definitely where the album starts to pick up again in quality.
Okay.
Or either this one or the next track. Why'd you only call me when you're high?
Nice, but it really does.
Yeah, it's probably my favourite track from the album, and I really wasn't expecting it when I first listened to it. Fucking coughed. But literally from the first opening note, I like the song just because I like the sound of it. I like the sound of it is weird, but it definitely grew on me after a few lessons.
The drums are a bit weird to get used to. It's very, well, not drum-like.
Yeah,
times, but
I love the vocals. I think the vocals are really strong on this. The backing vocals are really good. The lyrics are odd, but they fit the song, and I can't imagine the song without those types of lyrics.
Yeah, it all works.
Definitely. Well, Queens of the Stone Age covered this song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't that great, but you can see where the stoner influences come from on that song. So I might be my favourite track on the album, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I'll go for one of them, yeah.
Yeah. We'll pick our favourite ones at the end when we do this, at the end of the video. But now we move on to Snap Out of It. This, again, is a very different sound because it's very, I want to say Elton John-esque. Very piano, again, another piano ballad, but this one's actually got some fucking energy in it.
Yeah, it's a different sort of way of playing it, yeah.
Yeah, oh, fuck's sake. No, I really like this track. I think the vocals are strong on this one as well. Again, the backing vocals are good. I was going to say the guitar line's good, but there's not much guitar in this song.
Not really, no. Yeah.
Again, it's more piano based, but again, this is a piano ballad that I do actually like.
Yeah. From videos of it being live, it didn't sound that good.
No, there's no power to it, and
it's still gone. But
that's how I'd say they are live. Do I want to know has some of the power, but
I've never actually been to the gig, if only from videos, so you can only tell so much.
Yeah, but it's just that from Snap Out of It, from a video, you can kind of tell whether there's power in it, because I'm going to be honest, something that annoys me about Alex Turner now is he used to look like this, just the average guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who happened to be in a rock band. But now he's just kind of got this Elvis quiff, and he gives off this kind of aura of being, I'm so cool, fuck you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
there's a few, it sort of gradually develops into that.
Yeah.
You have to sort of start just tracksuits and everything, we're just a bunch of guys, yeah,
probably
whatever.
the council estate or something like that.
Going to sort of a suit stage or whatever, and then
going to like that hippie humbug area where they had massive hair, and then they went back to, you know, being kind of like wearing, not the tracksuit thing, but they started wearing, you know, like average clothes or whatever. Now they've just kind of gone really weird, and he looks cool, don't get me wrong, that haircut does definitely suit him, but I just think that they've definitely, he looks arrogant as fuck.
Oh, definitely.
And he really pisses me off for some stuff he says in interviews where he's intentionally awkward just to be awkward. And he's just just to look like this hipster douche, basically. Yeah, that's all I have to kind of say about that. And Snap Out of It. Snap Out of It is a good track.
Yeah, that's a good song, man.
Yeah, I really, really like these songs. I think it's a really solid song, and it's not one of my favourites, but I really like this song.
Okay.
So let's move on to the final track, I Want to Be Yours, which is, the lyrics in this song are basically the poem I Want to Be Yours by John Cooper Clarke, who is a punk live poet, basically. I do like his other work, Beasley Street, check that one out, Beasley Street, that's really good. I'm getting a bit off topic here, but this is a very slow, I wouldn't call it a burning track, but it's basically just the most cliched chord progression in the history of the universe.
He uses really sort of like hip hop drum beat sort of sounds. And
I'm going to be honest, the guitar chords are boring in this song, and like the whole, I thought this song was boring, but to be honest, I think it has a really strong vocal on it, which helps it. You can tell Alex Turner really, really likes John Cooper Clarke, and he's passionate about that kind of lyricism because he kind of puts his all into it, really.
Yeah. And
I like the backing vocals as well. I think this is I hated it when I first heard it because I just thought, it's just because Alex Turner can't think of any lyrics, they literally just stole other people's. But no, I think the lyrics do actually fit rather well in this in this in this track, and I feel like it is kind of a love letter to John Cooper Clarke, the fact he wants to finally express how much those lyrics kind of mean to him, and I think he does do those lyrics justice with that kind of chord progression, even if it is kind of cliche.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about it?
Not really. I won't say it's one of my favourite ones, but it's okay.
So you've been very helpful in this review, I've got to say.
Yep.
Okay, let's finish up. That's all the tracks. Overall, what did you think about AM?
I'm quite conflicted about it, really. There's some tracks which are also really good, and there's some just, I don't really care about them.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. As a whole, I'd probably say it's a good thing. It's new ideas, which they
expanded.
do a lot.
I'd say they're expanded ideas from stuff in Humbug and stuff like that.
Mm.
This album's been getting a lot of universal acclaim, which I don't really agree with. I don't think it's their best album. I don't think it's even probably in the top 3. But I think, as an Arctic Monkeys, as just an album by itself, it's a good album. I think it's really strong. As an Arctic Monkeys album, like I said, I'm quite conflicted about it. There are songs that are really, really good, like Why Did You Call Me Only When You're High, Stop the World, I Want to Get Off of You, even though it's a B-side, that's still a really good song.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But the fact that NME gave it 10 out of 10 and said it's one of the best albums they've ever heard.
Well, I'll do that for anything now.
It's fucking horseshit, basically, because they'll say that about anything, really. Anything that's popular, basically. When they gave the Daft Punk album a 10 out of 10, I agree with that, but some of the points made were weird. They were just talking about how because it brought dance music back, that's why it's good. No.
Not really.
That's nothing to do with anything.
Right, okay. Going with it.
But, no, I really like this album. I think, like I said, it has some strong moments, but there are some weak moments. Arabella.
Be quite interesting to see where they're going to go now.
Definitely. I think, personally, I think they might. I don't think you can push this kind of formula any further. I think that's basically the most they can do with it, really. Although I have been wrong before about stuff like that. I said that about Humbug. I don't think they can do any more with that, but they kind of have for this. They kind of expanded upon those kind of ideas. But, yeah, like you said, it's going to be quite interesting to see what they're going to do next. Maybe I would like to see more of a focused album, because I don't think this album's that focused. Because someone said that it's really gutless, the album, because they just don't stick with anything. But I completely disagree with that, because to take a different musical genres each album and to put your own take on it, I think is quite cool. But I think this is the least focused of them, because they try too many different ideas sometimes in different songs.
Yeah, and it sort of loses a genre and completely. It's just, where are we going?
Yeah, especially stoner rock. I think it's good at some points, but sometimes it isn't, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd give this album a 7 out of 10. Definitely listen to it, but don't go into it thinking it's the best thing ever, like a lot of NME would say.
I might go for maybe a 5 or 6.
Really?
There's not really a lot on it that I would listen to. I mean, there's maybe 3 or 4 songs, probably.
Fair enough.
That I'd go back to, so it doesn't really warrant a high score on for me.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's bad though. So you're going to get Arctic Monkeys fanboys, especially fangirls, saying we're idiots. We don't know what we're talking about. I really like the Arctic Monkeys, and I've judged this album completely without bias. So that's just what I think.
Yep.
As an Arctic Monkeys fan, I'm just going to say I love it because it's new Arctic Monkeys stuff. But no, this is honestly what I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, definitely listen to it. It's worth listening to. It's a lot better than, like most modern modern music. So well, basically anything is, but it's not in the top 5 best albums of this year for me personally. So that's it. Yeah. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay, that's been another album review. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you for another one down the line.